What was math class like for you growing up? Well, if you're like most people, it probably looks something like this. The teacher would lead a lesson demonstrating how she or he wanted you to solve a problem. You practice with some of your classmates with the support of your teacher, and then you were expected to demonstrate mastery on your own. This is known as the I do, we do, you do approach. Well, in recent years, there have been a lot of efforts to change this. For starters, we need to shift the teacher's role from being the deliverer of knowledge to the facilitator of learning. So we eliminate the idea of the stand and deliver approach to teaching. Then we flip the order around and put the students front and center in the learning. With this approach, we start with the problem and allow each student to make sense of it for themselves. Then students work collaboratively to solve the problem using methods that make sense to them, all the while sharing and revising their thinking. Finally, we come in and synthesize the learning based on what students have done. We facilitate conversations among students and support them in connecting their individual thinking to their peers. We can visualize this in 3 key steps. First, there's the launch, where students are introduced to the problem and work to make sense of it. Then there's the release, where students go off to work on the problem using strategies that make sense to them. During this time, the teacher moves throughout the classroom, making observations of each student's approach. She might confer with some groups or just listen to their conversations. She may use this time to provide some intervention or support for students who might need it. She may push some students to dig deeper and extend their thinking. Most importantly, she's identifying the key information that needs to come up during the whole group discussion at the end of the lesson. Finally, there's the return, where the class comes back together to share their thinking while the teacher facilitates the discussion. And because she paid such careful attention while the students were working, she's able to select specific students to share their ideas and support their classmates in finding connections between their strategies and move everyone's thinking forward. When teachers have a clear sense of the ideas they want to develop and they strategically select student work to bring to the discussions, then the teacher's agenda is fueled by student thinking and understanding. The difference is, with this approach, the students hold the authority because their ideas take center stage and not the teacher's. This shift in dynamic creates classroom cultures that truly value student thinking and agency in mathematics.